Howdy, Oaks. Before we get started, I want to let you know that today's episode of Bacon and Eggs is brought to you by none other than our patrons. Just like this episode and every episode, our patrons are what make the magic of this show happen. Now, if you want to be a patron of this show and support us and make life even easier so we can get better lights and better mic stands and honestly, diapers is probably what I need more than anything. You can head over to patreon.com/baconandeggs. Check out all the amazing reward tiers we have over there. We even have one where you can sign up to do a Google Hangout with Ethan and I, and we're going to start those back up really soon. So if you want to hang out with us for like 1 to 2 hours, once a month. I'm not going to overcommit here. Once a month. Then like
maybe 1 or 2 hours, once or twice a month, or
a week,
like 8 times a quarter,
right? Then you can head over to patreon.com/baconandeggs, sign up for that reward tier, and we'll see you soon. It's a super fun time. We play games. I've been thinking a lot about how we're gonna do it. I haven't talked to you about it, but we're gonna play like movie trivia games. We're gonna do the segment.
Still my movie loving heart.
The segment we're doing today. Maybe we could like throw a listener in with some hot takes.
Yeah.
I love everything I'm thinking so far.
Heated tacos.
That's
hot takes in Tyler Spanglish for me.
In Tyler Spanglish?
Yeah, like your Loche thing.
Anyway, patreon.com/baconandeggs. Let's get on with the show. Howdy, yokes, and welcome back to Bacon and Eggs. I'm Tyler Carlin.
And I'm Ethan Edgehill.
And today, coins are falling from the sky.
Or maybe there's an alien invasion?
So don't look it in the eyes.
Get it on camera.
Because today we're bringing you...
Nope. It's so fun. It's such a fun movie title.
Nope. I've got some stats here for you, Ethan. This is
you didn't say the thing.
What do I say?
So welcome back to Bacon and Eggs.
Anyway, welcome back to Bacon and Eggs, the internet's #1 most fun movie news podcast. We're super happy that you're here.
Yeah. Wait, that's a new tagline.
No, that's it. It's in. It's always been that.
Nope was directed by Jordan Peele, released July 22nd, 2022, which is 5 days ago as the crow flies. A $68 million budget. Over the weekend, it made $44 million in the box office. Got an 83% critic rating and a 71% audience rating on Rotten Tomatoes and a 77 on Metacritic. Tyler, do you have a professional, positive, critical review for me from the movie Nope? That's my stalling voice.
Are you ready for this review?
I didn't know you were writing it up there. Oh, I've got a negative review already done! Holy hell!
Yeah. The prompter is the future.
Look at this! I'll be honest, when I came down here and there was a TV and you were like, we're gonna use the TV for prompting. And I was like, okay, guy.
Why?
We
have a Google Doc.
We have a Google Doc. And then this is so much better. He's correct.
You know how we do accents for these.
Was that your Denver accent? I'm going to sit back for this one. 45 and 2 zigzags. Baby, that's all we need.
Is well on his way to being among those who have refocused the art form. And Nope will ensure that we keep watching. That's from John Wendell of the Denver Post. That is a positive review. Top review on Rotten Tomatoes.
I've got a negative review here from I touched the mic too much in this new format of us doing I noticed that when I was editing this last night, I just constantly kept
touching I think I do a pretty good job of not touching it, but I move.
You get so far away from it, and then it'll literally be like I am talking as loud in your microphone as you are. I've got a negative review here from Eric Childress of a Movie Madness podcast, who says, Peele is shooting for so much here at times that it is too easy for us to lose track of what we found. Sorry, I'm going to read that over and over again. I don't know where I got the word found from. Peele is shooting for so much here that at times it is too easy for us to lose track of what we should be aiming at. Often it feels like a bunch of dissertations searching for a cohesive story that fails to satisfy intellectually or emotionally. And that comes to us from Eric Childress of Movie Madness Podcast, because there were no proper publications that didn't like this movie.
Yeah, I I mean, I'm totally down with promoting Movie Madness podcast. I bet those guys are pretty good.
I'm sure they are.
I wish that it was us.
But it's one of those movies. It's one of those movies where you look at the positive and it's like Chicago Sun Times and New York Times, and you look at the negatives and it's like real. No, I almost said Real View.
Who's Real View?
Real View is Ken Berardinelli. James Berardinelli. Sorry, James Berardinelli from Real Views. He always likes stuff.
Oh, okay.
He's a Peter Rayner type. So Tyler, the moment we've all been waiting for.
Yeah.
0. Oh. He changed the prompter as I was getting to this, but 0 to 100 for Nope.
I've given this a lot of thought.
Okay.
Here's where I land. I'll give you my score and then I'll talk about it. I want an undeniably positive score. 79.
79.
Yeah.
79. Okay. 79% from Tyler Carlin.
That was at our high school.
7. You mean 7 as in siete and nueve as in 9.
Yes.
Nueve is 9, not like Friday, right? Like
You're the one that speaks Spanish.
Listen, man.
You have a degree in this
I got a brain power this week.
79. It's a tent because the T, or the 7, falls over and it looks like a tent. 70.
This is a 100%.
No, it is not. No, it is not.
No, it's probably not. This is a clean 95.
I think that's a perfectly acceptable score.
This is a clean 95. You, my good friend, and I love you to death, are overthinking this movie.
I'm sure I am.
Tyler, this is Space Jaws.
I knew that it's Jaws.
That's the only thing that matters.
I know
he
that
made Space Jaws.
And he's got the scene with the cinematographer where he's doing the thing on the boat where they have this speech from... Like, I know it's Jaws, and I love Jaws. To me, Jaws is still Jaws, and this is still Nope.
Yeah, but it's Space Jaws. That's the only thing that matters here.
Except in Jaws, they never cut to a scene where a chimpanzee eats a woman's face.
First of all, you didn't see that on camera.
Yes, you... Okay, you see the chimpanzee eating where a face would be, and then you see a woman who's had her face eaten.
That's true.
So I think we could piece... And honestly, the fact that she was alive.
No, all that this does over Jaws is give the mayor a story.
So you think the mayor
is Jew?
Is the Asian dude?
Yes.
Listen, I know that it's Jaws, okay? That's all well and good. But there's still, I don't know, man. Still just doesn't...
So this is not as good as Get Out or Us.
Correct.
I like it more than Get Out or Us.
I don't. So here's my thing. Us is one of the most haunting movies I've ever watched on purpose. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, I don't watch horror because I
either.
don't generally like the way it feels. Like, I know a lot of people love that rush and they love the feel of, like, being scared and the adrenaline that comes from that.
Well, Us is a better horror movie than as far as that goes, than just about anything that's come before it in the past 2 decades.
I don't know how true that is because I don't watch horror. Like, I'm not in that community at all. I know that, like, if you talk to Jordan Peele, he loves Blair Witch. He loves Paranormal Activity.
Yeah, that's where Jordan Peele and I disagree, is I don't like Paranormal Activity at all. But I also don't think that Jordan Peele succeeded at making a movie that felt like Paranormal Activity.
With Us?
With Us, yeah.
No, Us is the poverty line across America visualization in Us. One of the things I loved about Us that this didn't have is that Us tells the story of the, like, holding hands across America and how it was just this, like, really dumb idea that actually happened. And then this movie talks about the thing with the chimpanzee, which I can never freaking remember the name of.
Gordy's house.
Gordy's house, which, like, isn't real.
No, it's not.
That upset me.
Can you pull it just a little closer to you?
Yeah.
You can leave it there, but just, like, get it a little bit closer.
Yeah. The Gordy's house thing not being real,
yeah.
made me sad because you could tell they were all real horses and you could tell that Gordy wasn't real. So it was kind of this, like, meta conversation about, like, they really can't use chimpanzees in film.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
they
I mean,
can
there have
use
been
horses.
problems with it. It wasn't a sitcom. There have been plenty of problems with chimpanzees.
They're like, they're too smart to be in film.
See, here's the thing. And this is what really partially sold this movie for me. I don't like monkeys. At all. I don't get the fascination that people have with monkeys. And there's that TikTok sound that's like, me and my monkey. Monkey doesn't wear any pants. You don't know what I'm talking about?
What?
You know what I'm talking about?
I'm still coughing from the Denver joke.
Hang on. Let's go to TikTok and go monkey. I'm just gonna type in MONKE. That got me there. That got me there. Hold on.
Me and my monkey. Monkey doesn't wear any pants.
I've never heard that
Monkeys
before.
are like a thing, man. People like monkeys. I don't like monkeys. So the chimpanzee, which I guess is probably technically not a monkey. There's going to be somebody that goes, excuse me, chimpanzees are primates, but not monkeys.
I think
Well, they are monkeys. They're not apes, and apes are not monkeys. I don't know.
I don't
know.
like
monkeys.
Yeah. Close relatives to humans.
I'm not a fan. I don't think they're that cute. I'm not a fan. Chimpanzees are weird. They got thumbs. Animals shouldn't have thumbs.
You can't do Planet of the Apes either, can you?
I don't like those movies, no. I liked the original.
The original slaps so hard.
But no, I was not a fan of the Andy Serkis one.
You've only seen the first one, though.
I've only seen the first one, correct.
Okay.
Yeah, I have not watched the trilogy.
Tetralogy, I think, is what it is. I don't know. I've only seen the first one.
Anyway, so yeah, the Gordy Tone thing was weird. And definitely at the beginning of the movie, I was like, what? Because it started like that, where you see the scene of like of Gordy like sitting down covered in blood.
Right.
And then the title came up and it was like A Monkey's Paw entertainment film. And I was like, was that just a really weird stinger?
I thought it was a title too.
Yeah, was that a really weird title card? Like,
yeah.
Because like that wouldn't be the first time that something like that's happened. Like there's some movie studio that they're like, we're gonna shove a train through a wall.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, cool. This movie's about trains. No, it's not. It's just Syncope Entertainment. No, that's Christopher Nolan's company. Anyway, Monkey Paw Productions is Jordan Peele's production company.
Yeah, I didn't know. You're right. I totally forgot about that. Right there at the beginning, I didn't know if that was still like a title card or if it was, or like a stinger, or if it was the movie.
Because it's like it's a very abrupt cut to OJ and his dad on the horse farm.
Daniel Kaluuya's character being named OJ. I don't know if I was supposed to laugh. I laughed immediately.
Yeah.
That was supposed to be funny, right?
I think so.
Okay.
I mean, it's a Jordan Peele horror movie. Like it's all supposed to be funny.
Yeah.
It's all supposed to be funny. And this movie, I think, made me laugh in a way that Us didn't.
Us didn't make me laugh at all.
Oh, Us made me laugh. The scene where Elizabeth Moss tells her Alexa to call the police, and it starts playing NWA instead.
There's a few good ones in. I haven't seen Us since theaters.
Yeah, there's a few zingers in there. This movie was funny. Okay, like
I didn't think it was.
I thought it was funny.
I mean, Kiki was funny.
Daniel Kaluuya was funny.
Daniel Kaluuya. I've been watching Stranger Things with subtitles. Every time Daniel Kaluuya would talk, he'd be like, "Yeah, I live on a farm, and I raise horses." I couldn't understand a word he said.
Daniel Kaluuya is such a good, like, because it is the same. It's a very different role that he played in Get Out, but it's fulfilling the same purpose, where he is like, you are seeing it through his eyes, the whole thing through his eyes.
Right.
And he's just not having it, right? He's trying to get up in the morning, do his job,
feed the horses,
take care of them, just not deal with any BS. And he's the only person in a horror movie, maybe ever, that has acted in any way normally. When he opens the door and looks up and the thing's above him, and he just shuts the door and goes, nope.
Nope.
Not happening. And the horse, the merry-go-round horse,
trading horse, yeah,
falling through the roof, and there's a beat, and then he locks the doors.
That was good. Anytime
It's so good.
I was in a pretty full theater to see this. Anytime he said nope,
Oh, the whole theater.
theater erupted.
Which, I mean, that was the whole pitch. Like when Daniel Kaluuya did an interview where he talked about Jordan Peele, telling him the name of the movie for the first time. He's like, it's called Nope because that's how black people react to stuff in horror movies.
Right.
Daniel Kaluuya was like, I think that's the funniest thing ever. He's like, well, I think that's the funniest thing ever.
I'm Daniel Kaluuya.
I'm Daniel Kaluuya. I'm British.
Is he really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
No, like super British.
I did not know that.
I loved this movie. I absolutely loved this movie.
It just kept happening to me. Like, the more you sit with it, the better it gets. I think that's a pretty fair assessment.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
My God, it's Space Jaws. This is the most interesting and different take we've gotten on aliens in a long time.
What, that the
alien,
UFO is the alien?
The alien, not even, well, yes, that the UFO is the alien, but also just that, like, this is what I love about horror movies, and this is why I wish I liked more horror movies, because there's no mandate in horror movies for them to explain anything.
Right.
Like,
you are allowed to be as in the dark as
you don't have to know why the thing's there, what it is, what its plan is. Like, it doesn't. The villain in a horror movie doesn't have to monologue,
right,
at all. He doesn't have to tell you anything. It is a hungry animal, basically. And I think that is such an interesting and different take for like a supernatural being. And like, first of all, it's interesting that like, oh, it's not a UFO, it's not a ship, it is a beast.
Right. It doesn't want to probe you, it wants to eat you.
It wants to eat you. Yeah. It is a paparazzi.
Ooh.
Oh, that's my take on the subtext here.
I still haven't gotten to the subtext of it.
That was my take, because like it does the thing at the end when it turns into like big balloon mode.
Yeah.
It's constantly like snapping at him. Like a camera flash, and it's just a square.
And if you look at it, then it gets you.
Yeah. Just a square hole in the middle. Like, that's all it is. It's the Black Mirror, right? Like,
yeah. Daniel Kaluuya was in that show too, right?
Probably. I've seen like 3 episodes.
I think he's in the first episode.
He's in the second one.
I don't know.
The treadmill one, or the bike one.
I've seen, I think, the first 5 minutes.
He's not in the one where the guy
episode.
bangs or bones the pig.
I have not seen that.
That's the pilot.
Okay.
That's the pilot.
Maybe I don't know anything about Black Mirror.
Yeah, where they trick the Prime Minister of England into fucking a pig on television.
Gross.
Yeah, that's the pilot of that show.
I mean, that'll get you, though. You know, at the beginning of House of Cards, Kevin Spacey kills a dog, which is, like, astonishingly the most tame thing Kevin Spacey's ever done.
Okay, we're not going to compare... We're not comparing the cold open of House of Cards to the pilot of Black Mirror right now. You're talking about different beasts entirely.
So you think it's a paparazzi?
I do, yeah. I think that this whole thing is, like...
Because that's why they want to get a picture of it. Is they're just as bad as the monster.
They're just as bad, right? It is literally the Black Mirror, right? Like, it is this desire, this compulsion to monetize everything, especially trauma. So that's what gets Jupe, right? Like, that's why he dies. He doesn't learn anything from Gordy's house. He doesn't learn anything. The man survived by the skin of his teeth.
And he doesn't... I think it's interesting how when they ask him about it, he doesn't... like, it's clear he hasn't processed that trauma.
At all. He gets, like, a wistful tear in his eye.
Yeah. And
like,
he doesn't explain it as, like, oh, it was this tragedy that happened. He explains it like... Yeah, we don't know. Monkey went nuts.
Yeah, boy sure was lucky there.
Yeah.
Yeah, great. I'm going to go do the exact same thing to this beast.
To this horse.
No, not to the horse, to the thing.
Yeah.
To the alien.
Oh, look it in the eyes?
Not even looking into the eyes. Like, he's going to try to, like, tame a wild, intelligent animal. Because that was his whole thing. Because, honestly, it took... I didn't catch Jaws at first. It took Riley saying the word Jaws to me to get it.
Oh, I got it while I was watching. When they started talking to the cinematographer, I was like, oh, it's Jaws.
I didn't get it because I was too busy thinking about Jurassic Park. About John Hammond trying to, like, tame the untamable.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it is a 1-to-1 for Jaws when you actually, like, when you think about each person fitting into those roles.
I can totally see that. And it definitely is Jaws. Like, it's beautiful, too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
This is a pretty movie. What was the scariest part of this movie to you? I have a very clear scene in mind.
The scariest part. I mean, I'd say that the only time the only thing I got close to like a jump scare was the like onion-headed kids.
That's exactly what got me. I'm getting tense. I'm getting like goosebumps right now thinking about it.
Yeah.
With the kids in the alien masks
Yeah.
inside. When he stood up, I was like, ugh.
He stood up, and then the second one pops out, and there's not a musical sting to it.
Right. Oh my gosh.
It's so good. It's so good. It just makes you think that like if Jordan Peele ever tried his hand at like your standard like Paranormal Activity type movie, that it would be like outlawed. It would be too scary.
Too good.
It would get like an NC-17 rating for fear.
I do. Oh, that reminds me. I wanted to talk about the box office real quick. I know we mentioned it got.
I really thought you were about to talk about Mrs. Doubtfire.
No, that was really scary too, though.
No, I just like there was a thing that I saw on Facebook today that like apparently Robin Williams improvised so much in Mrs. Doubtfire, they had like a cut of it that hit every rating target.
Oh wow!
Like there was a G version, a PG version, a PG-13 version, an R version, and an NC-17 version.
So we mentioned it did $44 million at the box office. This is the number one highest box office for an R-rated movie since the start of COVID.
Really?
Yeah, which I couldn't believe, but I guess there haven't been that many R-rated movies.
Yeah, they're in the era of.
I mean, if $44 million is the winner, I just wouldn't release an R-rated blockbuster because it costs more than that to make it.
Yeah, I mean they'll make that back, but it is definitely refreshing to see a movie like this getting like a larger budget.
$68 million. I don't know if it's
73. I think
68.
Was it?
Yep.
I thought it was 63. I don't know. Whatever. Yeah, but it's like 5 years ago. This is a $4 million movie.
Yeah.
Like this is
and
this is an A24. There's a Fox Searchlight,
and you never see the alien.
and you never. Yeah, there is no CGI. You never
Right.
see the alien. You see the cloud.
Right.
That's it. You could paint the cloud on in Photoshop.
Right. All hail the mighty glow cloud.
Yeah.
What is the point of the Radio Shack employee? Or Best Buy employee, or whatever?
What do you mean?
Why is he there?
I think he's just another character. He's just another voice. He feeds into
Kiki's part?
Emerald.
M?
Yeah, he feeds into her.
Yeah.
That's that like
He gives her something to bounce off where
Right,
Daniel
that-
Kaluuya doesn't.
that like toxic like catastrophizer personality
Yeah.
is who he is. He's the absolute worst person you would want in a crisis scenario.
It felt so weird watching it, though. I felt very much like there was something I was missing the whole time.
Okay.
I don't know. Like, I didn't like the cinematographer character at all.
Really?
Yeah, no, I hated him.
Really?
Yeah. I didn't think he was, like, I get it. Like, oh, you die to take the shot or whatever, or, go down with the ship, whatever. So stupid. I didn't feel like we were adequately explained why. I mean, I guess that was the point you're saying is so great about it. But like why there would have been coins falling from the sky. Like I understand that like the alien eats stuff and then spits out the stuff it can't keep.
Yeah.
But like what did it eat?
Who knows?
That's boring.
I mean, you think that like if it's dropping coins and keys and all that stuff, like it ate. Oh! It ate the party of rangers, or not rangers, the party of like campers.
What?
That's like the first scene. Like, hold on, because I locked this away in my mind because it like opens with like a news broadcast after the Gordy scene of playing in the background where they're like 45 people went missing in the desert.
What?
Yeah. I'm literally remembering this in real time Because in my mind, I was like, that's going to be important. And I promptly forgot it. That's what it ate before then. So it ran out of people and found another community.
And it goes.
It found Jupiter's claim.
And it kills the father.
Yeah.
With a nickel.
The father's a casualty, which that is a brilliantly executed scene. Where like he brings his dad to the hospital and he drives home with the coin sitting in the front seat. That is brutal.
Hurts.
That is a brutal way of being like, yeah, my dad died from this and I'm not going to process it.
I'm going to keep
without showing you any of that.
Yeah.
On screen.
They did have some like grotesque makeup work on the actor of the father.
Yeah.
When they like just like cut to his face with the scars and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That was brutal. Anakin Skywalker didn't have that.
Nope.
He just had like vaguely a scar over his right eye.
I don't know.
You never saw Revenge of the Sith?
Oh, I thought you meant in Obi-Wan. I still haven't seen the end of Obi-Wan.
Oh. Well, it's in Revenge of the Sith.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, they did explain that actually. Literally, that was the first thing explained is the last thing it ate, where it got its last meal.
And then it goes.
And that's why it drops a bunch of like small like coins and keys and stuff like that.
What did you think of the scene where it rains blood on the house?
It was a little gross.
I wanted there to be bodies.
Yeah. You wanted there to be like body parts?
No, so they like really hyped up the girl from Gordy's is at the thing with the horse. I really wanted like her body to get impaled on like a weather vane or something.
Nope, just her wheelchair falling on the...
Yeah, that's boring. I wanted the body.
But it eats the body.
Maybe you didn't like that one.
Yeah. I mean, it clearly didn't like something. Well, it didn't like the horse.
It didn't like the horse.
It doesn't like flags.
Well, it doesn't like things that aren't edible.
Edible, yeah. Yeah. But like they got it real good with that horse.
They did. And it was still there when it ate everybody else.
Yeah.
You had to look it in the eye for it to eat you.
It's exactly what Jupe told him to do.
Oh, look it in the eye?
Yeah. Everybody looks up, and they get 8. I love this movie. I think it's brilliant. I don't think you're missing anything.
Maybe that's it. Maybe I
Like-
felt like I was missing something, and I didn't.
I think that's like normally if somebody's like, oh, I didn't like a movie, I'm like, okay, that's fine, like do whatever. I'm not telling you have to like this movie, but like I legitimately think in this scenario, I think that's a you thing. Like you are like not giving yourself the credit.
Maybe.
I think you went into this movie thinking that you weren't gonna, because like when I saw Us, I was definitely like, I have to think about this for weeks.
I got Us immediately.
I mean, I got it, but like I still like. There's like stuff about that movie that I'm still sort of trying to piece together.
Every so often you'll have a little epiphany about Us, and you'll be like, oh, so good.
Yeah. But like I think this one works. I mean, obviously Get Out works on a just very basic level.
Get Out's amazing.
You don't have to dig into Get Out.
But
you can.
But you can.
But you can, yeah. And
Yeah.
and I think I'm gonna keep figuring stuff out about this movie forever. Like I definitely want a second watch of this one.
Why do you think the cinematographer is watching all the videos of predators?
I don't know. That honestly felt like the thing I was like missing. Of like because it can't just be as simple as like foreshadowing.
Well, I mean, if you're saying the whole thing is that the alien is the paparazzi, then is the cinematographer not like the most distilled version of a paparazzi?
I mean, it definitely is. It's got a lot of commentary to make on the media, the whole Hollywood industry. I think if you're like a person in the industry, you saw this movie and you either felt extremely justified or extremely called out.
Would you ever be a paparazzo?
No.
No?
No way.
You don't think that you would
They're the
sit...
worst.
You don't think you'd sit outside of Orange Theory to see Meghan Trainor getting in her car?
Not a chance in hell. I'd rather do anything else in my life. I would rather do anything else in my life. There's nothing less interesting, because I don't even think those photographs are interesting.
I don't either. That's what I think bothers me so much about paparazzi is like, can you believe Jennifer Lawrence wore a t-shirt to Kroger?
Yeah.
Yes.
You believe Jonah Hill dropped his iced coffee?
Right. Yes, I do.
That's a paparazzi photograph that I care about. Right, the one that like catches Jonah Hill.
You're giving them ammunition right now.
1 second before his iced coffee hits the ground. But like that's the kind of thing is like I don't know, man. Antlers Holst is the character I don't think that I quite 100% got. Just beyond the fact of he's the guy that's gonna get the shot.
You don't think he is the shark, but in human form?
No. That's the guy on the motorcycle.
Oh, I forgot about the dude on the motorcycle.
Yeah. That's the guy who, as he's dying, is like, "Where's my camera?" As he's
I gotta
about
get
to
my
be
camera.
eaten.
I'm surprised that dude got eaten because the alien couldn't see his eyes.
It was the thing with the mirrored helmet, I think.
You think?
Yeah.
Oh, because the horse reacted to the mirror.
With the mirror, yeah.
Yeah.
Which, like, the scene of just the whole ranch with the singular tree in the middle, completely filled with wacky waving inflatable arm filling tube men, is just like its own brand of haunting.
You thought that was creepy? I didn't think the ending...
I thought they were... Because it's such a juxtaposition of, like, where you think wacky waving inflatable arm filling tube men...
That's exactly where I think they'd be.
Can exist.
I would think rundown Hollywood ranch.
No. They're on the side of roads.
Yeah.
They're not out in fields. If you're driving down the interstate in Kansas and you look off to a field on the left and there's just a guy
Wacky inflatable.
flailing, that's going to send a shiver up your spine. I promise. I promise. But like, and it's such a brilliant thing to use because they have faces. They have eyes.
They keep landing with their eyes pointing up.
Yeah.
Did you notice
Yeah.
that? I thought that was really interesting. That like not only was it like we can tell where he is, but it also throws the monster off.
Yeah.
Or I guess it is. I don't know where they are. What pronouns does the monster use?
Oh, we didn't get to ask it. Because it doesn't have...
It has a mouth butthole.
It does, but it doesn't have eyes. And also, lines.
What do you mean it doesn't have lines?
Like, it doesn't have lines.
Like it doesn't say anything?
Yeah, like, it has no lines in the...
Oh, I thought you meant like in terms of figure. And I was like, it's made of lines.
It's made of lines. And then it turns into something wholly awful.
Oh, I thought, see, like, the final third of the movie to me is actually where it lost me because it loses the horror element entirely. Like, at no point during that final act was I like, oh, they're going to lose.
You felt like they were going to lose in Jaws?
Yeah, that's what makes Jaws so great.
I never felt like they were going to lose in Jaws.
It takes them all the way to, like, punch the gas tank into the mouth of the shark.
Yeah, he shoots it.
And shoot it.
Smile, you son of a bitch.
Yeah.
And you know what happens if you tell somebody to smile? You take their picture.
Mm-hmm. I also don't think that the well was mechanical.
I mean, it definitely was.
Obviously, because it worked.
Yeah, but it's like flash bulbs and like tintype, like photos.
How does the light come on?
What light?
It's got a light. It's like one of those, like, you know what I'm talking about. It's got light bulbs.
It's like camera flashes.
You can get a camera flash to work without...
You could in 1930.
I guess. But they had electricity then.
Yeah, but they didn't have...
Like batteries.
They didn't have digital cameras.
Anyway, when she's cranking it, there's little light bulbs that go around in a circle. Those aren't electric?
I mean, they're like... I guess. I don't know. Like your standard flashbulb doesn't have like a regular. Listeners, there's a gnat.
There is a gnat.
In our set. We've been infiltrated by the man.
The set is under attack.
The set is under attack.
You don't know this, listener, because it looks so clean behind us with this unfinished drywall.
Some people think this is paint. It's not.
No.
I thought it was paint.
Drywall from the factory? From the quarry?
Antlers Holst, I get. Like, he is the guy, he's the crazy, I will do anything for the shot guy, right? Like, he's Quinn in Jaws, who just wants to get the shark. Like, Quinn doesn't care about surviving. He doesn't care about telling the story.
He just wants the shark.
He just wants to fight the shark. He's Captain Ahab, right?
Right.
Like, he just wants to fight the shark. But like, that is the one where I feel like there's more subtext than I understand at the moment. I need to watch it again. I love this movie.
If it rained blood and wheelchairs on your house,
I would fucking leave.
that was my thing the whole time. I was like, why don't they just leave? Because he won't, right? Because Daniel Kaluuya won't leave.
They both won't leave for a different reason. She won't leave because she needs to get the shot. She needs the money. She needs to be the hero. He won't leave because he doesn't have to. He won't leave because he is not going to let some insidious alien beast
Take his home.
take his home.
Oh, now we're really getting into the...
I mean, yeah, 100%.
Is there another subtext here?
I mean, that's subtext in Jaws.
That's true.
He is the police chief of Amity Island.
Yeah.
Of Friendship Island, right? He is not going to let any fucking shark take his home. It's not going to happen.
We will beat the shark.
We will beat the shark. But yeah, I mean, I think you don't have to look beyond a black man has carved a place out for himself in the world and doesn't really feel like having it taken by anybody.
And now the blood suckers are coming to get it.
Yeah.
My leg is twitching, dear listener.
Dear listener. We should just rename the podcast Dear Listener.
Dear listener. I think we've been talking to dear listeners since day one.
We really have.
I think, I don't remember a time where I wasn't saying, because Howdy Yokes was not a day one thing.
No.
I don't know, man.
I think we've always done a better job, and maybe to our detriment, of acknowledging that there are people listening on the other end of this podcast than, most podcasts.
Do you? Yeah, maybe to our detriment. But we do know that there is a listener.
We do know there is a listener. Like, we are talking to somebody. We're talking to each other.
We're also talking to a concrete wall.
But if we were talking, listen, here's the real thing, is if we were talking to just each other, we would be talking, I would be talking quieter, probably, until I got really into it. And then I'd be talking faster, and less direct.
And we wouldn't have segments.
We wouldn't have segments.
Like the next segment, which is scoring the show.
Tyler and I usually do, wow, that's quick.
Well, we got to do our news segment.
You want that to take half the show?
We can spend. I'm fine. What do you want to do?
I mean, I don't know where we're cutting it now.
If it's a minute and a half for each of the 10 things, then it'll take 15 minutes. Right?
Okay.
Is that how time works?
Yeah.
90 times 10 is 900. How many seconds? How many minutes is 900 seconds? Hold on. 90 divided by 60 is 15.
$90 divided by 60.
900 divided by 60.
90 divided by 60 is
1.5.
not 15.
We don't have to get to that yet, but there's 2 segments we still have to do. We don't have to get to it yet. We can continue to talk about the show or the movie.
And you cut me off right in the middle of the point, and I don't remember what it was. The point I was going to make, and this is for comedy, a little comedy joke. If Tyler and I were just sitting down to have a conversation, when we just chill and we just hang out, I don't sit down and I'm like, howdy yokes, welcome back to Bacon and Eggs. This is, I'm Ethan Ed Chill, that's Tyler Carlin. I just say, So you didn't like Nope? Question mark?
What do you mean you didn't like
What do you mean you didn't like Nope? Like I think like when we sat down for the first time and talked about, because we did it while we were off air, where we sat down for the first time and talked about Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. I didn't sit down with Tyler and I was like, Tyler, what is your score out of 100? I was like, you fucking kidding me? You don't like it? Question mark? Exclamation point? Interrobang? He didn't like it. Ladies and gentlemen, listener, he didn't like it. Did you like it more than this? Or less? Did you like Thor Love and Thunder more or less than this?
I like this more than both of those. But my score, it's different. It's on a different scale.
Do you like this better than Chicken Run?
No.
Do you like this better than...
Name another Wallace and Gromit.
I made myself sad.
You made me sad a minute ago.
How?
I want to know how you got yourself sad, and then I'll tell you mine.
I saw a thing today that they're rebooting Courage the Cowardly Dog
Oh, that does make me sad.
for one final season where Courage will get old and die.
Well, that's not so sad. I like that. I don't like Courage the Cowardly Dog.
I mean, I don't want to watch.
What's the
I don't
grandma's
want to
name?
watch. I don't care if he's a stupid purple dog that's afraid of everything. I don't want to watch the dog die.
What about Miriam? Does she die too?
You gotta think that she'll be dead ahead of time.
I hope so.
That it will just be Eustace and
Oh, I hope Eustace is dead too. God, I couldn't stand that show.
I loved that show, man.
Oh, God.
That's why you didn't like this movie, because this is an episode of Courage the Cowardly Dog.
This is an episode of Courage. I liked. This is a stretch. When I say I liked, I mean I hated Ed, Edd and Eddy.
You dare mock the son of a shepherd? Cartoon Network when we were
Double D.
Cartoon Network when we were kids was an absolute nightmare hellscape.
I had to explain this to so many people when we were kids because
It's not for kids. It was never for kids.
It was never for kids.
It was never for kids. Okay?
Because it was like, oh, Toonami's kind of like for teenagers, but like the regular programming is for children. Wrong.
Right, and then you watch Samurai Jack and your brain exploded.
Samurai Jack was on Toonami. It was also for teenagers, but yeah.
Yeah, but it wasn't though. Like that's one where I still don't get the subtext, and the animation is horrifying.
Yeah, no, that one's good. But like the animation in that is the same animation, not the same, but it's like very similar to like Powerpuff Girls, where like Powerpuff Girls examined, what was the character, him or her?
It was him.
It was him.
Him, yeah.
But him was a trans man, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the main villain on that show?
Mojo Jojo.
No.
Mario Jar 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 Jar.
There you go. Yeah. Mario Jar Jar. Another example of when you can't trust a chimpanzee.
That's true. Was that his brain or his hat? Or his turban?
It was a turban he wore around his brain, I believe.
This was a time where cartoons could just call.
You remember that episode of SpongeBob where they like squish SpongeBob into like a stick in a brain?
Yeah, they'd make him a ghost.
Yeah.
And then they pull the sheet away and it's just his
a
brain.
It's just a brain on a stick.
Gross.
Yeah. Like they let us watch that
Yeah.
with our whole Nickelodeon.
Yeah. Nickelodeon was for kids whose parents like weren't paying attention. My parents were paying attention, but Nickelodeon was a little edgier than I think.
My parents were paying attention. My dad was watching Courage the Cowardly Dog with me going, what the fuck is this?
So here's my thing. I think Nickelodeon hit a sweet spot of like, this is definitely more for children than Cartoon Network is. But it's not as lame as Disney Channel.
My father was perfectly happy to allow me to watch anything animated that wasn't Barney.
Barney wasn't animated.
Barney was not animated, but like any animated show, as long as if he could get me to watch that instead of Barney, he was happy. So I was watching Cartoon Network, and he's sitting there watching it with me like, what in God's name is happening?
I can't believe you remember the name Eustace.
I can't believe you remembered Miriam.
Oh, Miriam, that was easy.
I don't think I could have gotten to Miriam. I got to Eustace.
You know what bugs me about Courage the Cowardly Dog is that like Henry Cavill in Man of Steel lives in the Courage the Cowardly Dog house.
Yeah, so does Smallville.
Yeah, so does Smallville. So does So does the family in Interstellar.
So this is a family in Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah, like, you guys know there's a purple dog who's afraid of everything.
Everything
that
living
lives
here, yeah.
Granted, Courage wasn't cowardly, right?
No,
there were
that's
genuine
the whole
threats.
thing of that's the whole thing of the show is like it is how a dog sees everything.
Oh, you think it was how a dog sees everything and not how Eustace and Miriam don't see anything?
No, that was supposed to be what like everything was like to the dog. Like it was just normal stuff. Normal everyday goings on to us. But to a dog, it's terrifying.
Interesting.
Like we have a robot vacuum, like a Roomba, but an off-brand Roomba.
Yeah, we do.
Pickles fucking hates it. Hates that thing. He will hide on the other side of the room and he'll like buck up at it and it'll turn around and zoom at him because it has a brain or whatever.
Right.
And it'll zoom at it and he's runs away.
He's a brain on a stick.
Yeah. Basically.
Pickles is kind of a brain on a stick.
Yeah, dude. That's my guy. I love that dog.
That's a good dog.
It's a good dog. So much personality, man. We had to pick the one with the personality. Which is, again, like when he's 3, I'm going to be like, I love the fact that this dog is just out loud all the time. But while he's still 8 months old, I'm like, shut up.
Yeah, Stella was like that.
Stop biting me.
Stop barking. Stop biting. Please. Stella was like that. And now she just sleeps all day.
She is old.
She's all gray.
Yeah. She's like a Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
Still ain't scared of nothing.
Not that she's scared of it. Courage wasn't scared of stuff, though.
Courage had a hole in his tooth because he was so scared of stuff.
That's fair. But he had every right to be.
So this was the thing you made me think of that made me sad. Have you ever hung out with somebody who knows we do the podcast? And like I had a Uncle Joe pass away this past year, and he listened to the show.
Yeah.
And every time he'd see me, he'd go, "Howdy, yokes!" And
the small impacts that people make when they
bring it up,
yeah.
Man, that made me super sad.
Sorry, man.
That's okay.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Good.
You ready to watch a trailer?
I mean, not really.
I'm going to make Ethan watch trailers. This is a new segment of the show. We're calling Ethan Has to Watch the Trailers, and we get to watch Ethan watch the trailers. Huh? It's a catchy name. Yeah, to water and would the other boo.
A whale.
Gonna be a lot of Namor the Submariner in this.
Who is Namor?
He's one of Black Panther's oldest villains. He has wings on his feet. He's like...
Black Panther has one villain. His name's Killmonger.
That's not true.
Yeah,
that's Namor right there.
The only person that's been in canon so far. So you just did the thing that everybody did about Obi-Wan. Where all the Clone Wars fans were like, "No, that's that thing and that thing and that thing and that thing, and if you don't know it, you're stupid."
I'm not saying you're stupid. Namor the Submariner.
Right, but you're just sitting here going, "That's Ironheart." Yep.
Ironheart.
I know that because I Googled for 4 minutes.
Yeah, Ironheart is one.
Yep. I know that because this is my least favorite thing about these new Marvel releases since Infinity War.
Stop.
Is like all of these people being like, I know a thing. I knew the thing before you said it out loud. And it's just like, the comics don't matter at all. They're not going to matter at any point. If you want to watch the Marvel shows, you want to watch the Marvel movies, you just have to like accept what they're going to give you. And this is how people get their expectations up. And it's how we get reviews for good movies.
I don't know what they're gonna do with Namor the Submariner or with Ironheart. I know that there is an Ironheart show coming after the movie. So
This is
that
tells you one thing. He ain't gonna die.
Ironheart is a female.
She ain't gonna die.
Yeah. I know that. I don't know who's in this suit, but I love that there is another Black Panther.
I'll be a little mad if it's Shuri.
I don't think Shuri's in it at all.
Apparently she is. That's what I was... Originally I thought she was not. Apparently she is. It just got delayed by a long way because she was being anti-vax. And I don't think we should prop up any of these major franchises on anti-vaxxers.
I hope it's Okoye.
I hope it's M'Baku.
From that,
Okoye is Daniel Kaluuya, right?
no, Okoye is the Dora Milaje.
Yes. Okay. Because Daniel Kaluuya's character is not in it.
Correct.
Yeah.
Unless he's like lying, right?
That's entirely possible.
Like,
That's entirely possible.
but I think
No, it looks good. It is that gives me a lot of hope. It's the last movie in Phase 4 gives me a lot of trepidation.
what does that mean?
Because clearly they're willing to show us now that they will play the first 5 minutes of the movie. This is what they did with Thor: Love and Thunder. They'll play the first 5 minutes of the movie. Well, actually, they'll play the second 5 minutes of the movie
right
as the trailer, and then show you a whole different movie after that. Which is, I feel like what we just mostly got right there.
They're definitely, yeah. So
And then to go on top of that and be like, this is the end of Phase 4. This is where we're going to hang everything. Because that was what's so great about the first Black Panther movie, is it was like Moon Knight, right? It was mostly self-contained. Like, it worked.
I think this is going to work.
I don't know, man.
This is the best looking trailer of anything Marvel I've seen.
The CGI looks pretty good. I'll say that much.
You know what's so weird to me is Chadwick Boseman played so many incredible characters and did so many incredible roles that, like, Black Panther, which was one of the very first black superheroes, if it was the first, correct? I don't know. One of the biggest names in black superheroes is, like, because it's a blockbuster, it's like the smallest big thing that he did.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's not. I don't know. I think it's so when we shared it on our Instagram, I shared it from Chadwick Boseman's Instagram, the trailer.
Yeah.
Which is, it's a legacy account now, so I'm sure
Right.
it's just managed by whomever. But I don't know how active that account is, but if that was like the first post-mortem, if it was, I don't know if that's the case. I don't know how I feel about it.
I doubt that it was, because he had multiple movies come out after he passed.
That's true. I mean, yeah, like Ma Rainey's Black Bottom.
And Defy Bloods.
Oh, dude. Thank God the last one was Ma Rainey's Black Bottom.
Why?
Isn't the Five Bloods, like, terrible?
No.
Oh, I didn't
It's
see
like a Spike Lee movie.
Oh, what's the one I'm thinking of? He did with the Russo brothers, where they, like, locked down New York.
Oh, like 21 Bridges.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Yeah, Defy Bloods is about the black detachment in Vietnam.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a Spike Lee movie. It got nominated for all kinds of awards. It's, like, really good. I just want to say, I don't care if it was posthumous bait or not. He deserved the Oscar for Ma Rainey's Black Bottom.
That was awesome.
He deserved that. 100%.
So good.
Just if he hadn't died, he would have deserved it.
Yeah.
Although I don't think he could have given that performance if he wasn't dying.
Correct.
Because there was so much.
That was so emotional.
Yeah, in there. No, I mean, it looks really good. I have absolutely no reason to doubt Ryan Coogler. It'll certainly be better than Creed 3.
Did Ryan Coogler do Creed 3?
He did Creed 1, and then handed the Creed franchise over to somebody else, who did Creeds 2 and 3.
Ah.
But I think it's coming out, like, around the same time. I think it's the end of this year.
I don't know.
I couldn't tell you.
I haven't seen the first one.
It's really good. It's really good.
It's Michael B. Jordan, so
Yeah.
I believe that.
It's the best Rocky movie, like, far and away.
Didn't he win in Rocky 2, though?
I mean, it's the best Rocky movie, far and away. Just because it's a better movie. Like,
My issue with Rocky is we had the Miracle on Ice, so why couldn't Rocky win in the first movie?
I'm not sure when Rocky came out. I think it might have been before then.
So, like, what's the
Hey
message?
Siri, when did Rocky come out? 1976.
Oh, it was definitely before that.
4 years before.
Yeah.
Another Winter Olympic year.
Yeah.
A Winter Olympic year where we probably got our ass kicked by the Soviet Union.
In
In
hockey.
fact, I think that was a clip they showed in the game, or in the movie.
Namor the Submariner, real quick, before we get to our next. is one of the oldest Marvel characters. I know that they have been a hero at times. Everything I've ever read them in, they've been a villain, or he's been a villain. There's no ambiguity there. He, him pronouns.
Probably.
In the comic canon,
Yeah.
up to date, I don't particularly care for Namor the Submariner in everything that I've read. He's like a pretty common in the Rogues Gallery. It's like Doctor Doom and Namor, or like the Fantastic Four, like recurring villains early on. And Doctor Doom is just significantly more interesting.
It seems like we're getting into the era of villains that comic people have heard of as MCU villains.
Namor is a villain. Like, Namor is a character that anybody who's ever been into comics would know. Like, if you know Aquaman came from Namor.
Right. But that's people that are into comics. I just said comic people.
Right. But like anybody, I was born in 92. Anybody 4 years older than me would know who Namor
But like
the
we don't,
Submariner
we're
is.
about to have Doctor Doom, you would think, again. Because something to do with She-Hulk trailer.
You think Doctor Doom will be in She-Hulk?
No, I think that this is what your brother was saying, because he's doing the same thing you're doing, and like Googling comics and talking about it as an expert.
I'm reading comics and I'm not an expert.
But apparently there's something in She-Hulk referencing the like realm that Doctor Doom comes from, like Luthian or whatever.
Oh.
Iluthian, Illubidur, the Dark Dimension 2, Electric Boogaloo. So it seems, and there's a Fantastic Four movie confirmed.
It's so weird though, because can they do Doctor Doom again?
Tyler, they can't do the Fantastic Four again.
Yeah, they can.
No, they can't. They've lost the right.
No, they can do it again.
I'm not going to sit here in 4 years on this podcast where you're like, you know what? The Miles Teller, Michael B. Jordan Fantastic Four was good because this one was good. You're not going to do the Amazing Spider-Man thing. You're not going to. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
No, I think I really, what I'm hoping about the Miles Teller Fantastic Four is that it will become memed into greatness. That's what I really want to happen to it.
You're going to need a Jamie Bell resurgence to make that happen, I think.
Who's Jamie Bell?
The guy that played The Thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you're going to need that dude to come back into...
Because Miles Teller, Michael B. Jordan, and Kate Mara are already...
You're going to need Kate Mara to do anything.
She just got cast in something.
Did she?
Yeah. Oh, I'll tell you all about it. Let me pull it up.
By all means.
Kate Mara news. Wow, The Independent has a whole page dedicated to Kate Mara.
That is also Aaron Paul.
Black Mirror season 6. Kate
Oh,
Mara.
great. Fantastic.
She's gonna fuck a pig
Yeah, in one episode.
in one episode. All right, we're gonna play a new game on the show, whole new segment. I do have a toothpaste and orange juice.
I do too, actually.
Do you?
Well, not a toothpaste and orange juice. I have a drive-through story to complain about real quick.
Okay, go right ahead.
So on the way over here, I went to McDonald's
Yeah.
because I lost track of time and we're starting an hour earlier than we did, and I forgot to eat. And I was hungry, so I stopped at McDonald's on the way here. And this is not a major one. I get through the drive-through, right, and the guy takes my card and hands me the money, and he says, "All right, you have a good one." And I said, "You too, man." He goes, "Ha, you did the thing. You said you too." And I was like, "Yeah, you didn't say have a nice meal.
Right, you
You
said have a good one. What a jerk.
Yeah, he's like making fun of me. It's like, you did you enjoy your movie thing. And I was like, but I didn't. You said have a good one. Nobody says have a good one to mean have a good meal. They say have a good one to mean have a good day.
I hope you did have a good one.
I had a very average quarter pounder with cheese. A very average Royale, as it were.
Royale with cheese.
And now for something completely different.
All right, I'm gonna settle back into the food.
I'm gonna get into it. So
Settle back into the footin'. Really, just
we're playing
Get
a
ready
new
for this.
game. Ethan is going to put a topic. Actually, I'm going to put a topic on the prompter. But what you, listener, will see is a topic on the screen, probably like, I don't know, here-ish. And then Ethan and I are going to
Yeah,
give...
for this week, it'll probably be like here, and then in the future, I'm probably just going to rip off ESPN 100%.
And just
do it on the side, yeah.
As long as the people like this.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine we'll do it at least once more.
I think here's my commitment. We do it 3 times.
Thrice. And if it doesn't hit, we stop. And if it does hit, we continue.
I'm excited.
Hey, Siri, set a timer for 28 minutes.
So the idea of the game is we're going to put a topic on the screen, and then Ethan and I are going to give our hottest takes and our opinions about it in a minute and 30 seconds, and then we go to the next topic.
Yeah, so we're talking about some things that got released at Comic-Con. We're talking about some things that just have happened over the past week and
just general movie news.
stuff that we talk about.
Yeah. But I want to dig. I don't want to. Here's what I don't want.
Well, this is a bad place for you to start with digging because I don't know what the fuck this is. So
I'll tell you about it.
I mean, that's fine. Yeah, I just like if you're starting to dig them holes on prop number 1. Yeah, I don't know what this is.
I knew you wouldn't know what this is, so I'm gonna try to explain my view on it as well as what it is, and then you can.
I mean, I know what all of these words mean, just not in this connotation.
Okay, Spider-Man freshman year with Charlie Cox. So Spider-Man animated series, they're making it freshman year and sophomore year. I believe Tom Holland is doing the voice. Charlie Cox will be in it as Daredevil, but it is an animated show on Disney+. I don't know if it's for kids or adults. I really don't know that much about it. But what do you think about Charlie Cox coming back in any capacity? And what do you think about a Spider-Man animated show and whether or not it's attached to the MCU?
I mean, I'd prefer it to not be attached to the MCU. We know how I feel about mixed media franchises here. It's bad enough they make me watch television shows that are canon. It's horrible when they make me watch animated shit that's canon.
I know, because I couldn't watch What If.
What If is
all.
a crime.
It's so
What
hard
If is a
to
crime.
watch.
It's so bad. But I'm excited for Charlie Cox to come back as Daredevil. I hope that show gets a fair shake. I am not excited for the news surrounding it, but that's a whole different thing.
Wait, what news surrounding it?
Wait, that's not on here?
What?
Okay, we'll talk about it at the end then.
Okay.
Because that'll be a final slide if you don't already have that on here. New Spider-Man content, cool.
I know that they were really big about it, but yeah, I don't know anything about it.
That sounds to me like it's like a children's show.
I don't know that I think it's going to be something that you have to watch.
God.
Which I'm not super thrilled about. I think if Marvel wants to keep me watching, they need to stick with live action franchises. I understand why they do the animated stuff, but it's not going to keep people interested.
Yeah.
Captain America New World Order. Captain America 4. They've officially announced there's another Captain America movie coming to theaters.
This is a movie. Okay.
I believe it is a movie.
I'm not saying it is or isn't. I literally don't know. I only saw the title.
The title card.
I just assumed it was another TV show because the last one was, so.
I'm fairly certain this is a film.
That's cool. That's very cool. I would say that like I loved Falcon the Winter Soldier. I have had no desire to rewatch it in any capacity. And I think it is my least favorite of the Marvel shows so far, that at least the ones I've watched. I have not watched Ms. Marvel. But I still like it. I very much enjoy Anthony Mackie as Captain America. The new suit is awesome. Yeah, that's cool. If it's a movie, cool. Civil War is very good. I don't see why it can't also be good. That probably means the Russo brothers are coming back as directors in the MCU, which I'm not excited about, but whatever.
Oh, I don't know on that one.
Well, they did 2 and 3, I believe.
I knew they did that, but I
Yeah.
don't know if they're coming back as directors.
I mean, that would just seem logical to me. Like, I don't think there's a reason for them to be fired, but they just sort of make content.
You think?
Yeah, I mean, Infinity War and Endgame were just content.
I mean, they're like the most successful movies of all time.
Sure, but they're just content. Like, there's no heart there.
There's plenty of
There's
heart
not.
in Endgame.
Not from a filmmaking perspective.
Avengers!
Not from a filmmaking
Assemble.
perspective.
Yes, there is.
No, there's not.
2 Avenger movies in 1 year. So in 2024, I think it is, we're going to have, let me pull it up real quick so I can tell you the titles. Secret Wars and Kang Dynasty in 2025.
Secret Wars is the Valentina thing, correct?
The what?
The Elaine from Seinfeld. That's the thing she's setting up. I believe.
You tell me.
I think.
What do you think about
Secret
the fact
Wars is a name that I've heard tossed around since the beginning of Phase 4.
Yes, and the discussion has been, is it going to be Secret Wars and then there's the show, I think Secret Invasion or something, the Maria Hill thing.
Yeah.
Which apparently is like super gory. But the idea of 2 Avenger movies in 1 year as like a concept, like one of the things I loved about Infinity War and Endgame, and I think worked really well, was the tension and suspense that came from building it over a year.
Yeah.
So I want to know how narratively how
they're going to have anything to do with each other.
You don't think
I don't think they're going to have anything to do with each other. I think they are going to take place in different realities.
Really?
Yeah. Because the other one's the Kang Dynasty.
Yeah. It'll mess with stuff.
Sure, it'll mess with stuff, but like I think it's a strong possibility of 2 separate cores of Avengers in 2 separate. There, you got it right there.
Yeah. So
I thought
Daredevil.
you weren't talking about this.
I am talking about this. Daredevil Born Again on Disney Plus. They brought over Daredevil, the Netflix series, to Disney Plus. You can watch it there. They changed the name of it, I think, to like The Daredevil or something.
Probably just Disney Plus OS is garbage. It's probably just like a
like a glitch,
not even like a glitch, like a sorting algorithm thing. Really, they don't want it to come up too quick,
right?
Because it is definitely like for adults.
Yeah,
it is definitely the probably the craziest thing on Disney Plus.
Charlie Cox series with the whole original cast and Kingpin.
Yeah, 18 episodes in season 1.
I don't understand if you're excited about this or
unhappy. I'm very unhappy about this.
Really?
More's not better. I've been saying this for years.
But it's more.
More is worse.
More is more.
More is worse. 18. No TV show needs to be 18 episodes. They're going to put it out week by week. That is we are reinventing cable. You are watching Disney reinvent cable before our very eyes. 2023, you will see a service that allows you to subscribe to Disney Plus, Hulu, Netflix, HBO Max from one platform. And so all you have to do to go is to one app.
It's going to come from Verizon.
Yes, it's going to come from Verizon, Exxon, Chipotle, proud to be one of America's 8 companies. Shout out Parks and Rec for that. No, 18 episodes is too many. Stop it. 18 episodes is 3 seasons.
I like that Daredevil is coming back with new Daredevil content. I don't care if it's long or not. Guardians Volume 3. So this is a group of characters that's been together longer than almost any other group in the MCU, directed by James Gunn. I hope Chris Pratt comes back and plays the role this time.
Yeah. What we got of the Guardians of the Galaxy and Thor Love and Thunder made me wish they scrapped this project. But then the trailer, the teaser for the I Am Groot shorts looked really good.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah. I mean, it seems like they're just going to be like Pixar shorts from
right.
Groot, which is like, that's evergreen content. You can do as many of those as you want. Baby, child, middle, adult Groot never gets old. It's a character that just works. Especially when you keep just crediting Vin Diesel as doing it. It just keeps being funnier.
What do you think of, like James Gunn in general has had so many opportunities since the last Guardians movie. I think he's done like 2 or 3 movies since then. Right?
I believe
Suicide Squad.
Yeah, The Suicide Squad.
Which got great reviews. Do you think James Gunn... Yeah.
I didn't know. I haven't heard a single person like it.
Everybody loved it.
No, they didn't. No, not humans.
Really?
Not like people that saw it.
I have a strong feeling that Guardians Volume 3 is going to be the retribution we deserve from the Guardians franchise.
I'm willing to reconsider Guardians Volume 2, but I didn't like it. It can't be worse than that.
Yeah. Ooh, we get to fan cast the Fantastic Four. You know, this is my favorite segment on the show.
I will take anybody that isn't John Krasinski for Reed Richards. I hated it. I don't like him. I didn't like it.
You don't like John Krasinski?
No.
Oh, yeah, you got personal issues with John Krasinski.
I have personal issues with John Krasinski. I have issues with Quiet Place fans, and I just have issues. He's playing above his lane. Stop.
Okay, so cast somebody for me. Who would you put?
See, that's the thing is like this is one of those frustrating arguments. Like, give me 3 minutes on this. Pause this. Give me 3 minutes on this because this is one of these frustrating arguments. I need to know so you're the comic guy here. Mm-hmm. I need to know if I'm going to cast them. I need to know the archetypes because what I'm not going to deal with is, Reed Richards is supposed to be 6'5".
Yeah, no, I don't care about the.
I know, no. But I need to not have 100 comments that say, "Oh, your fan cast for Wolverine is too tall," because that's what it comes down to. So who is Reed Richards? Who is Johnny Storm? Who is Sue Storm? And I don't know the thing's name.
Ben Grimm.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I thought Ben Grimm was the actor that played him in the first movie.
No, I can't think of the actor from the first movie's name, but I do know that was Stan Lee's favorite ever casting and performance of a superhero.
Was the guy that played the Thing?
Was the guy that played the Thing in the original Fantastic Four.
The movie's rough. I'm not gonna lie to you.
No, it's not.
The movie's rough.
No, I just watched it not too long ago. I quite enjoy that one.
That is the worst thing Chris Evans has ever been in. He was better in Made in Manhattan.
Is that the one where he plays trumpet?
I think so.
He directed that.
No.
The one I'm thinking of, he directed.
Different movie.
He did a few art films that he directed. They were okay. So Reed Richards is the leader of the team. He's supposed to be the smartest man.
Smartest man alive.
Smartest man alive.
Gives birth to King the Conqueror.
He is wiser than the rest of the team. He's kind of level-headed, kind of
So high wisdom, high intelligence.
Yeah.
Low charisma.
maybe not low charisma. You remember Iowa?
Sorry, did you watch the Miles Teller version? That was low charisma.
Iowa had low charisma as well because I don't know how to say that dude's name, but you remember there's the scene where Johnny wants to talk to the press and he's like, well, now hold on, let's not dive into it. By the time they become the
That was a
Fantastic...
pretty decent Chris Evans, actually. What you just did there, where you kind of like, oh, wait, well, hold on.
But that was supposed to not be Chris Evans.
Yeah. It definitely wasn't Michael B. Jordan.
So I would say if we're getting an origin story, yeah, I would say he's a little bit more timid than the rest of the group. Sue Storm, early on in this series, is like lacks character entirely, is damsel in distress.
Yeah.
These days is a powerful woman. In recent stories, she's putting together teams of like all female superheroes. The most recent story I read, she's putting together a team of all female superheroes to stand like in court and defend people whose lives have been affected by like kind of like the She-Hulk attorney at law thing, but they're not attorneys.
Okay.
But she's a very powerful feminine character. Johnny Storm, exactly what you think he is. He is a hothead.
Yeah, he's the guy that catches on fire.
He's hot. And then Ben Grimm he was like a cigar smoker in the early days. He has a really hard time with his appearance. He's very self-conscious.
But he's like trying not to be the Hulk, right? Like it's the same sort of mechanic.
He is a gentle soul.
Yeah. Like doesn't love his power.
Yeah. Think like my father-in-law would make a good thing.
Okay.
But he also like in the original stories, he does come around to like, I don't want to go back to being Ben Grimm. I love being the Thing.
So exactly like the Hulk.
No. I'm not crazy about the Hulk narrative we have right now. I'm ready for no more Professor Hulk. Not because of any comic book reason, but because like even in the trailer for Attorney at Law, for She-Hulk Attorney at Law, like he's just not strong enough anymore.
Yo, I haven't actually seen the trailer for She-Hulk Attorney at Law. Have they fixed it?
It looks a lot better.
Does it?
I think it's going to be up until release day before, like this stuff takes time. I think it's going to be up until release day before it looks great, but it looks better.
Well, see, that's wild because like most of these movies they've been putting out still don't look great, and they've been out for months.
I know. I think they bit off more than they could chew. I think Kevin was like, we can do whatever we want. And then I think the VFX world was like, no, you can't.
We hate you. We actually hate you.
You cannot do whatever you want.
Okay, so Fancast Fantastic Four.
I think you have to pick a core member and build off of that.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta have a read. See, this is the thing is like a lot of what I've heard is Krasinski as Reed Richards and Emily Blunt, who is his real life wife, as Sue Storm. I like her as Sue Storm based on what you just said. I simply won't deal with them being in that movie together.
They were in A Quiet Place together.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
Oh, I love that movie. All right, we got to go. I'm going to put the timer back on so that we can fancast it quick.
Okay. Go then.
Okay, if we put in Timothée Chalamet.
What actors exist as Johnny Storm?
As Johnny Storm.
That works.
How do you build?
Works very good.
How do you build
around
that? I think you can go older on Ben Grimm.
I was literally about to say Oscar Isaac, but he's
Moon Knight.
Stephen Grant. because I was thinking at the first thing I thought it was Dune. Yeah, that's the problem is you can't pick people that are already in the MCU, which is most people.
I know because I was like, oh, that makes Tom Holland Reed Richards. Shoot. Okay, actors. Clooney for Richards.
Clooney for Richards?
Go
He's
much
like a
older.
million years old.
Go much older. Give him another chance. It worked for literally everybody.
I don't think George Clooney needs a redemption.
Anne Hathaway for Sue Storm.
Okay.
And, oh God, this is so fast. We're supposed to go to the next topic.
Yeah.
I'll come back to...
Okay, we'll come back to it.
A24 is putting their first, 20 or so movies onto HBO Max. Have you heard about this?
I have. HBO Max has a lot of really good content on there right now. Just not for any other reason than there are a lot of really good TV shows that came out on HBO over the last 30 years.
Yeah, they did premium television.
They did premium television really well. Subscribe to HBO Max for 2 months. Watch every A24 movie. Watch all The Sopranos. Watch Barry. Watch Our Flag Means Death. They're still turning out bangers. They are rapidly going to become the top. If Netflix keeps just finding ways to shoot itself in the foot at literally every corner. Because this A24 coming to HBO Max is the bag being fumbled harder than it's ever been fumbled.
I think that's the crux to Netflix. Who's we're going to make our own art films.
They lost this one somewhere along the line.
Yeah.
You can see a deal that Netflix lost and then was we got to make Don't Look Up.
Yeah, but also good for you, A24.
Yeah, absolutely collecting the bag.
Yeah.
Simply collecting the bag.
Do what you got to do,
Churning out
guys.
banger content left and right. A lot of those movies are really good. A lot of them are hard to deal with. And some of them are mid-90s with Jonah Hill, which was fine.
Some of them are not. A lot of people say everything A24 has made is fantastic.
No, absolutely not. It's absolutely not. They put out a lot more movies than you think every single year.
Yeah.
And most of them you never hear of for a reason.
Yeah.
But when they hit, they hit.
I recommend everybody watch the A24 movies coming to HBO Max. DCEU is falling apart. There's no more Ezra Miller. There's no more
Amber Heard.
Which, I'm sorry, Chadwick Boseman died. And they're doing Black Panther 2. You could just cut Amber Heard out
entirely,
of Aquaman.
which is I think what they're doing.
Good.
I think that's what they're doing. Ezra Miller's a piece of shit. Stop getting their pronouns wrong on purpose. It doesn't help your point at all to keep referring to Ezra Miller by he and pronouns when they've asked not to be like that. You're not doing anything but hurting your trans friends when you do that. So stop doing that. But they're a piece of shit. Who I believe is in jail right now for kidnapping a minor. And this Flash movie is still supposed to come out.
But the thing with The Flash is they have another actor who's been playing The Flash for 10 years now.
Grant Gustin. Right? Yeah. People love Grant Gustin. Love Grant Gustin as The Flash.
Black Adam looks like hot
Absolute trash. You've got Shazam and Evil Shazam.
Looks great.
I don't know anything about. I have not seen a single image of new Shazam, but I am excited.
I watched the trailer. It looks
I didn't
hilarious.
know the trailer existed.
Yeah.
Shazam 1 was hilarious.
Black Adam looks like trash.
I'm over Dwayne The Rock Johnson. I'm so tired of him now.
I didn't think I would be, but the way he acted on the Fast and Furious sets got me. Yeah. Deadpool and Logan and Deadpool 2 have come to Disney Plus.
That first of all, that's wild.
I wouldn't have thought they'd ever do it.
Yeah,
I would have thought throw it on Hulu, let it do its thing.
Right, let it die on Hulu. Absolutely manic.
Do you think if you watch Deadpool 2 again, you will like it?
I don't think so. I think I would laugh harder.
Julian Dennison, knowing everything you know now,
I would laugh harder for sure. I definitely think that I am far enough removed from the way people treated me around Deadpool 1 that I think I would enjoy Deadpool 1.
I think Deadpool 1 would be pretty good.
Because I came around on Guardians of the Galaxy, which had the exact same problem. That just everybody I spoke to was an asshole to me for not having seen it already. So I think I can get over Deadpool. Deadpool 2 is I might have to watch the Fred Savage version where they did Once Upon a Deadpool. I might have to watch that to really redeem it. If you haven't seen Logan, if you have a Disney Plus subscription, go watch it.
Logan's incredible. What do you think of Disney Plus putting more mature content on the platform?
I think it's great. I hope they continue to make that content as well. I think that if Disney put their weight behind movies like Logan, that we could get some really stellar things coming out.
And if we could get, if Daredevil season 3 or season 4, whatever we're on now, is that gritty, then
this is a note. Decanonize the second 2 seasons of Daredevil and just leave the first one.
I don't remember them, but I remember really like Daredevil season 2.
Maybe just season 3 then. One of them was horrendous.
This one comes from a listener. They wanted to know what we thought about San Diego Comic-Con having trailers that you had to be there to see. Like we still can't see them as the public.
Good.
I think that's awesome.
Good.
I'm so for that idea.
Absolutely. People put way too much stock in trailers, honestly.
But I love the idea that like you paid to go to this event.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Those people deserve
the trailer.
Yeah, they deserve the trailer. Play on the first 10 minutes of the movie. Like, I don't care. But like, if you still need, I don't know why they make trailers for MCU movies at this point. I honestly don't.
I guarantee you if they just dropped one in theaters, maybe the first time it would do well. If they did it a second time, it would absolutely fail.
I'm not saying don't make a trailer for it. I'm saying like, just be like, hi, my name's Chris Hemsworth. I've got a new Thor movie coming out.
New Thor 4 coming out next month. Go see it in theaters. It's going to be great. It's called Thor: Love and Thunder. Fantastic. Like, I didn't need to see anything. I didn't need to see a single image from that movie to make me see it. Like, I don't know who they're playing for at this point. You know what's so funny is...
Wow, that's horrendous.
I don't know that I would have seen it. Like, the trailers... Having seen it, okay, the trailers make me want to see it less. Like, maybe want to go back less. I see the trailers and I'm like, oh, yeah, I remember these scenes.
I just hate speculation. It's so uninteresting to me. Like, theorizing is one thing. Wild speculation is a whole different, uninteresting thing to me. Because, like, you're going to be wrong, and then you're going to be sad.
I'm never sad when I speculate and I'm wrong.
I'm not talking to you.
Oh.
I'm talking to the royal you.
I'm also never wrong.
The people that hit it with like, well, it wasn't what I expected it to be. They didn't do this thing that they said they were going to do or that I thought they were going to do. Like, that's just dumb. That being said, I work for your brothers who make YouTube theory content, and every single idea they had for The Secrets of Dumbledore was better than the movie. So...
Sounds like Ethan likes fan fiction.
No, the Fantastic Beasts movies are fan fiction, and I don't like them.
All right, let us score.
I've read Harry Potter fan fiction that is better than those movies. I have a listener score.
All right.
It is an 83.
83 listener score. So just to recap, I gave this movie a 79. Ethan gave it a 95. Rotten Tomatoes an 83. Metacritic a 77. Our listeners, which is you, if you want to submit your score, all you have to do is join our free Facebook group. I prompt everyone for scores the Tuesday before the episode comes out. It's also when we announce what movie we'll be watching that week. So it's totally free. There's a link in the description if you want to join. And then the Rotten Tomatoes audience score was a 71. That brings us to a Bacon and Egg score of 84.1, which rounds down to an 84. And give me 1 second. Let me see where that lands on the big board. An 84 beats The Matrix. Wow. And loses to White Christmas. Dang.
Oh, man, I could not tell you what movies we did this year.
I'm looking at it right now. The Matrix, A River Runs Through It, Dune, Eternals, Horrible Bosses, Don't Look Up, Jennifer's Body, Red Notice. I don't even remember Red Notice.
No, I remember Red Notice. Part of why I don't like Dwayne The Rock Johnson anymore. Anyway, that is an 84 from Bacon and Eggs. Listeners, thank you so much for listening. Thank you for supporting us on Patreon. This has been another wonderful, fantastic, fun episode of Bacon and Eggs. I had a lot of fun doing it. I think Tyler had a lot of fun doing it, and we have a lot of fun putting it out for you. Anyway, our music is by Andrew Scott Bell, the composer for the upcoming horror movie that we'll probably have to cover called Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, which is probably going to be terrifying.
I bet it is extremely scary.
I bet it's extremely scary. I don't like horror movies. I'm a little baby.
I need like a daytime version.
Yeah. Music by Andrew Scott Bell, the composer of Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, terrifying movie. Graphics by Vaishon Brandon, Vaishon Designs on Instagram. You can head over to our Patreon, patreon.com/baconandeggs to support us at any level and, get access to things like the Hash Browns, which is a super fun after show that we do. We talk about stuff. We have a good time. And Tyler, you got any final thoughts on anything?
Thanks for listening to the most fun movie podcast. I feel like way too many of these shows take themselves a little too seriously, and we're just not going to do that anymore.
We've never done that.
But we're not going to do it anymore.
Yeah.
Space Jaws.
Space Jaws! Anyway, I've been Ethan Edge, he's with Tyler Carlin, and until next time, arrivederci.
Today's quote comes from Snow Crash by Neil Stevenson. The billboard is a classic, a chestnut, not a figment of some fleeting mafia promotional campaign.
Bye? Question mark?
Bye.